All right, we are back on the Iona Athletics podcast. Joining us in the studio this week, our second member of the Iona cross country program. We spoke to Coach Joe Pienta in the very first episode of the Athletics podcast. Today we have a member of the team, Jac Hopkins, a distance runner, is in the studio with me. Jac, welcome. How are you today?
Great, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me on. It's an honor to be here, and hopefully I can follow in Coach Pienta's footsteps.
Yeah, well, Coach Pienta was very entertaining. I'm sure you're going to be very entertaining as well. So let's start with a little bit of your background here. So starting from the beginning, what about the sport of running drew you towards it? And you said, you know what, I want to be a runner.
So I'm going to be honest with you. At the very start, what drew me to running was the fact that I was able to get time off school. So when there was a meet, I was able to have a day off school and go off to a meet. And then I guess I just started doing well from there. I played other sports as well, but this was the one I excelled in the most. So that's why I ended up choosing it. I guess when you do well at something, it's something that you carry on.
I can totally relate to that motivation. As you know, when you're a kid, you're like, I don't want to go to school. And you're like, here's a chance to not go to school for a day. Like, sure, I'll run.
Exactly. Like someone volunteered me, and I was just happy to just have a day off. So that's kind of what drew me originally. But obviously, it's a great sport as well. So.
Yeah, and people are not aware, you're from Wales. So how did you find out about Iona, and what drew you to the school once you found out about it, made you decide to come?
So I guess the recruiting process back home is a little different to the American kids tend to know about the NCAA. At least I didn't. Coach Pienta was one of the first people to get in touch with me, and I honestly thought it was a scam at first. Like, to get a scholarship out to somewhere in the States, I didn't think it was real, but that's how I found out about it. And then other schools started getting in contact, and yeah, eventually I took a visit here, and the rest is history.
The rest is history, as he would say. So you're part of a very unique culture around this program here. So what are some adjectives that you feel like best describe this program?
That's a great question. So I think family, strong, and nat, I think are three big adjectives that describes us. We're honestly one of the closest teams I think that they could possibly be in the NCAA. Hence, family, strong. We're all very involved with one another, and Nat comes from a film called Borat, and it's been one of our big inside jokes over the year, where you basically say something that isn't true and then you say Nat afterwards. So I think that's a great adjective for us to use.
Well, considering my interaction with Coach Pienta, I'm not surprised that stuck as one of the inside jokes of this team.
Yeah, no, it is. It's we have a lot of them. How many of them I want to say on here, I don't know, but that's a good one at least. That's clean.
Yeah, that's a good one. You could save the other ones for inside the locker room. We'll save those for that. So
exactly.
One of your themes as a team is the idea of assembled in the USA. You guys have talented runners from across the globe, yourself included, from Wales, people from all over the world. So how cool is it being another international student athlete to be a part of a team that embraces and highlights so many different personalities, different cultures as part of one team?
I think that's what makes us strong, and that's what makes us close. I mean, I've learned so much about different cultures over the years, and I know a lot of the Americans say the same thing. Like, we had a Kenyan guy on the team I was on the team with for 4 years. He graduated last year, Gilbert, and just learning some of the things that like he went through like when he was younger, and his upbringing, and it just humbles you. And I think that's one thing that we all want to learn about everyone else's culture. So that it's such a big thing about our team, I think, because we all respect each other, and we respect our backgrounds, but we also get to learn about them and then incorporate that in our lives as well. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you got definitely a unique experience, you guys, because you're getting basically absorbing by osmosis a bit this information from like, oh, this person lived this lifestyle here, you've lived this lifestyle here, somebody in America over here, so you're getting more well-rounded than your typical college student would be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my accent, I think, is still kind of there, but I guess like one big thing is I didn't want to lose that when I came over here. But it is hard to not say certain words, elevator and sidewalk and stuff like that. I try not to use those terms, but honestly, it does help you learn a lot about different cultures, and I think that will help me in the future as well, wherever I end up. So.
Yeah, let's go in on you for a little bit. So this has been a journey for you. You've battled through some injuries in the past, so you finally made back to long distance running this year. And what was it like for you when you competed and finished well at the Media Champions earlier this year?
Honestly, I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking about it. obviously hadn't run a cross-country race properly in about 3 years before that. There was a time here where I didn't think I was going to get back running at all. I had to have 2 surgeries done, but I'm going to say I owe a lot of my, I guess, accomplishments. I owe a lot of that to, obviously, the coaches for continuing to believe in me, but also our athletic trainer, Ellie, who's part of our team. She's been absolutely amazing, and so the strength program I went on with her and the countless hours I've spent in there with her, she's made all that possible. So then just to get out there with the team is great for me. I mean, I too many times have I been supporting on the sidelines, screaming to my teammates. So it's just great to be doing what I love and doing what I came out here to do. So yeah.
Yeah, it must be a great different feeling because obviously you're on the sideline, you're hurt, you can't do anything to really help the squad. Now you get your chance to finally help the squad make an impact. I'm sure that felt great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, as the younger guys come through, they some of them only recognize me at the start as someone who's injury prone. And before I came here, I'd barely had an injury before. That's not to say that that's what Iona got me injured, but I'm saying, like, that's all they saw of me. So it's nice now for them to be able to see that I'm not just a good supporter, I'm a good runner as well. Hopefully I can run a little bit better this year, but yeah.
Yeah, so last weekend, you and your teammates made a huge statement at the PreNationals. Iona finished third in the 8K Blue Race among 38 teams, with 11 of them nationally ranked. So what was your mindset heading into that event, and what was the team's reaction after the final standings started to leak out?
Honestly, when you go into a meet like that, we know there's going to be some great teams, but we also have talked about it since we came back from we came into our preseason camp that we've got an opportunity to do something special this year, and the belief has been like running through our team the entire time. We know what we're capable of. We like flying under the radar because it's what we've done for years. People don't believe in us. You know, we do have a very international team. A lot of some of the rankers don't like that. You know, they like to have these teams that are like only Americans on the team. So for us, our mindset was just be ourselves, run to our full potential, and we did that. And unfortunately, I was the 7th man out of 7 on our team. But for me, the disappointment of the race quickly diminished when I realized that, like, we had just come 3rd and we had just beaten, Washington, who were 4th. They were ranked 4th in the nation. We had just beaten some serious teams. So it was just nice to be able to showcase what we can do,
Yeah, absolutely. And Director Pienta always talks about getting ready for the championship season. He mentioned that when we talked to him on the podcast earlier this year. Now the season's here. So next up for you guys, you got the MAC championship, followed by NCAA events. Is there some sort of light switch or something of that sort that just gets turned on with you guys this time of the year? Just you kick into another year?
Yeah, so, I mean, the MAC championship, as you know, is we've done 28 consecutive years we've won. With that comes the pressure. Every year, you don't want to be on the team that loses. You don't want to be part of that squad that messes up. But at the end of the day, it's championship season now. We have 3 main races left: the MAC championship, a regional meet, and obviously we want to make it then to nationals. But when championship season comes around, I think things just get that little bit more serious. You notice a change in the locker room. Everyone's trying to do the little things, making sure they're, getting on top of stretching, getting on top of doing their drills after runs, making sure you're getting your recovery in. So it is a bit of a mindset change because now, I mean, at the end of the day, 4.5 weeks' time, we're done with our season. It's a short season cross country, and it comes and goes very quickly. So we want to be able to take advantage of that as best we can. So.
Yeah, you brought up the 28 straight MAC championships. That's no joke. The bar's set, and now you guys are aiming to raise it one more time. So what's your mindset heading into a race like that where you know that everyone else saying we have to beat Iona, we have to end the streak? What's the mindset you guys have to say, we're going to do what we have to do to maintain that streak another year? Yeah,
I mean, we go in, again, same mindset as pre-nats, just executing what we've been doing in training. A lot of us we all trust the process in terms of our training and in terms of our sessions. And we all know that we're all in a great spot. We all know that if we can get out there on race day and pack up, we're lucky enough that we've got a tight enough squad where we can all run together. And I guess the game plan is just to try and run away from everyone else towards the start. That's what it's been over the last couple of years. But Yeah, I mean, it is nerve-wracking to think. I was here my freshman year here. The girls lost their streak, and they'd been about 9 straight or 10 straight at the time. And I just remember that feeling around, even though it wasn't us. I just remember that feeling then, and you definitely don't want that. But we're confident in ourselves. We're you know, as I said, we trust the coaches. So.
Again, Max coming up this weekend for the Iona cross-country team. Jac Hopkins, thanks for coming by the studio to do the interview today, and best of luck to you guys coming up.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for having me.